Hello! Okay, as you all know that I've been talking to a few of my ERA colleagues regarding on their project launch. For example, the Riverfront Residences by Sean So, Marie, RV Altitude, Michael Lau, the Andass. Okay, today I'm at Sky Everton. Something unique because this project is a very rare freehold launch that is near future MRT station. So today I'm going to meet up with Andass, who is a very competent tagger for Sky Everton, as he has closed many units over there. So let's find out more from him. Bye! Okay, I think this is the site that Andass want me to meet him. The show flat of this Sky Everton. Okay, it's closed, I think because of the COVID-19. But nonetheless, I think he asked me to come here and wait for him. So while waiting for him, I shall do my warm-up to see what kind of activities that I'm going to expect from him later. Andass, you're here!
Hey man!
Oh, finally!
Welcome to Everton!
Yeah, Everton. Everton Road, Everton.
Yes.
To be frank, it's a bit against my belief, you know. As you all know that I'm a Liverpool supporter and
And this is Everton. Oh yes, yes.
Okay, so what's so special about Everton? Okay, before, of course, today the thing is you're going to introduce me to parkour, right?
Yes, I'm going to.
Okay, but before we go into parkour too much, let me ask you, Sky Everton, your playground, right?
Yes. This is the place where I live, work and play. I live here.
Okay.
I work here.
Okay.
And that's where I play.
So what's so special about this
Before
Everton?
we continue, let me assure you.
Yes.
This Everton is a different Everton as the one that you just mentioned.
Why?
That Everton doesn't earn you any single cent.
And
This Everton is hot favorite of investors.
Okay.
That can potentially bring money into your pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
Do you know that this is the project, the famous project last year launched, that within 1 month of launch, all the one bidders was sold.
Okay.
And within 2 months, all the two bidders was sold. There's a reason why people are going after this project in such a fast pace, and I'll show you in a moment's time. And one thing about Sky Everton, they call it Sky for a reason. It is going to be 161 meter high AMSL.
Okay.
And there's another building right over there that I can bring you over, so you can have a feel of what kind of view you can get once this project is completed.
Interesting.
Shall we go and take a look?
Okay, ba. Let's go.
Let's go.
Andass, thank you for bringing me to this place. Where are we
Ben.
right now? Please tell the audience.
This is the sky bridge of the Pinnacle at Duxton.
Wow. Okay. Very, very beautiful scenery. But
Yes.
can you just tell me where are we here? What does it got to do with Sky Everton?
Oh, right. We are in the same vicinity, so Sky Everton is just over there. You can see the lot of land over there.
Okay.
And we are at 156 meters above the sea level.
156 meters.
Yes.
Okay.
Sky Everton, once completed, will be about the same height, just about 5 meters taller than where we are right now. So which means to say, you have around the same kind of view as Sky Everton.
And this
Right.
view is
So you can-
fantastic.
Yeah.
$1 million view I'm getting right now as a resident of Sky Everton.
Exactly.
But why people will buy Sky Everton? You know?
The key reason why people buy Sky Everton is not because that they want to stay there and they love the view.
Okay.
From my experience, from my own analysis, there are 3 key factors why investors especially will want to dive in.
Okay. Care to tell me more?
Yes.
Okay.
For Sky Everton, the first thing is the predictability.
Wow. What is predictability?
Yes.
So cheap.
You see, when investors buy a property, they are not gamblers.
Okay.
Gamblers close their eyes, they put their money on the table and they hope and pray.
Of course.
For investors,
Yes.
they make calculated risk.
Hmm.
So one example is the MRT station that is 2 minutes walk away is going to be completed in a few years' time. So in other words, right now when they are buying the property, they are not paying the premium of the MRT station, but in a few years' time, once it's completed,
And it's running?
the value of the property goes up and there's paper gain.
Ah, okay. And moreover, like what you mentioned, it's just 2 minutes walk to the future MRT station.
Just 2 minutes walk.
And I remember just now you mentioned to me, Sky Everton is a freehold launch, right? And that's
Freehold.
so rare to have such a development that's so near MRT and yet it's a freehold.
Freehold near MRT,
Oh, okay.
next to the city area.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay.
And
that's
on top of that, last year on the greatest rally of Singapore, the National Rally 2019, PM Lee used minutes to talk about the greater southern waterfront city.
which is in front of us, right?
Yes, you're right. That piece of land over there.
Ah, okay.
Behind is the city area, in front of us is the Greater Southern Waterfront City.
Wow.
So this entire piece of land over here, they are going to be developed into the next cityscape of Singapore.
Okay.
And guess what?
Uh-huh.
What separates Sky Everton from the Greater Southern Waterfront, the key area of the Greater Southern Waterfront City, is not a road, it's not a street.
Then?
It's across the road.
Just beside it?
Exactly. Sky Everton through a little park. Across that road is the greatest part of the Greater Southern Waterfront City.
Okay, okay.
So the same greatest thing is that the keyword is future.
It's not up yet.
Yes.
Okay.
And once it's up, paper value goes up.
Definitely.
That, again, is the profit margin.
Definitely. Okay. I remember there's one place that have similar story, right?
Correct.
In this area, right?
Correct. The second point is study the past to understand the future.
So where is the past?
Yes. So look at the land in front of us. This entire piece of open slate land. Wouldn't it be great if we know that somewhere in the past, the government has once gotten this piece of land, similar piece of land, developed in a similar fashion? What happened to the property price? If we can study that price, then wouldn't it give us a very good indication of what to expect in the future for this piece of land?
Meaning to say there's a track record to follow and reference with.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So where is that place?
There's such a place.
Okay.
And we call it the Marina Bay. It
Ah.
was a reclaimed land just like this. It was an open land just like this. It was the most in thing for the URA. Just like this.
I remember the Kento days and the fly kite day and the bowling day, right?
Yes, the bowling is my favorite.
Okay. Yeah, now it's like exactly totally different from what was the past then.
Correct. Correct.
And that time the PSF was cheap. In a way, it was cheap then.
Exactly.
If we base on today's perception.
Correct. Okay. And let's drag a case study from there. The sale at Marina Bay.
Wow. Yes, the sale, very famous.
Okay. So the sale in 2005, we look at the track record, it was priced at 1,000 PSF. Already gone up, but it was 1,000 PSF on average,
that
2005.
Was cheap. Okay.
Yes. And within 10 years, the price went up to 2,000 PSF.
Yeah, the good old days.
That is a 100% increment over a short span of 10 years. So now we have the same kind of land, the same reclaimed land, the same URA, the same government going to develop the same thing. What will happen to the property price that is one road away?
I expect capital appreciation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Third point is supply and demand. Supply and demand, I'm not talking about the supply of land, the demand for houses.
Okay.
I'm looking at a higher level, the demand for houses. So all these buildings over there are full of people right now working, and all of them don't want to travel 1 hour to work, 1 hour from work every day.
True.
They want to travel near to home, if possible, walk to work every day.
And these people usually work in grade A offices.
Those are
MNC.
grade A offices, correct.
Okay, yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
And they can walk to Sky Everton.
And usually the supply for those residential site in this CBD area
extremely
very low.
Correct. Correct. So the supply will always be low. The demand is always high.
And gets higher and higher.
Yes. So the property price can only increase with time. And that's why the investors are buying up Sky Everton at a very fast rate. In fact, I just sold one unit 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's good. You all heard him? Okay. Sky Everton is so worth buying. Okay. Audience, if you have any questions regarding Sky Everton, do look for Andass. Okay. He's the tagger for it. Okay. So, do call him. And what's your number?
My number is 88-2000-88.
Okay. You heard him. Okay. So, Andass, please tell me more about this Great Southern Waterfront.
Let's go.
Okay. Thank you.